Some people want to do more in Syria. Some people are leery about doing anything at all. But one goal we ought to all be able to agree on is that chemical weapons cannot be under the control of a man so craven that he has repeatedly used those chemical weapons against his fellow Syrians with the horrific results that all of us have been able to see. Yesterday, we challenged the regime to turn them over to the secure control of the international community so that they could be destroyed. And that, of course, would be the ultimate way to degrade and deter Assad's arsenal, and it is the ideal way to take this weapon away from him. Assad's chief benefactor, the Russians, have responded by saying that they would come up with a proposal to do exactly that, and we have made it clear to them. I have in several conversations with Foreign Minister Lavrov that this cannot be a process of delay, this cannot be a process of avoidance, that has to be real, has to be measurable, tangible, and it is exceedingly difficult, I want everybody here to know, to fulfill those conditions. But we're waiting for that proposal. But we're not waiting for long. President Obama will take a hard look at it. But it has to be swift, it has to be real, it has to be verifiable. It cannot be a delaying tactic. And if the United Nations Security Council seeks to be the vehicle to make it happen, that cannot be allowed to simply become a debating society. Now, many countries, and many of you in the Congress, from those who wanted military action to those who were skeptical of military action, want to see if this idea could become a reality. But make no mistake about why this idea has any potential legs at all, and why it is that the Russians have reached out to the Syrians and why the Syrians have initially suggested they might be interested. A lot of people say that nothing focuses the mind like the prospect of a hanging. Well, it's the credible threat of force that has been on the table for these last weeks that has, for the first time, brought this regime to even acknowledge that they have a chemical weapons arsenal. And it is the threat of this force and our determination to hold Assad accountable that has motivated others to even talk about a real and credible international action that might have an impact. So how do you maintain that pressure? We have to continue to show Syria, Russia, and the world that we are not going to fall for stalling tactics. If the challenge we laid down is going to have the potential to become a real proposal, it is only because of the threat of force that we are discussing today, and that threat is more compelling if Congress stands with the Commander-in-Chief.